All right. Sorry to anybody that was on the other live stream. We are having some technical difficulties. My computer might randomly shut down on us because it's acting very weirdly today. I know it's already 2 meetings already and it's already shut down. So apologies in advance. So welcome. If you can find us on this new channel. Sorry. I'm Susan.
Yes.
And you are?
Cam.
Hi. So we are here to talk all things Independence Road Race. This is actually the 10th running of this Bristol Half Marathon. So we're pretty excited. Record crowd. We're going to sell out. If we haven't already sold out, last I looked a couple hours ago, we had 4 bibs left. And that's adding 150 people from last year. So we are very excited for this year's race. So as usual, we're going to do some Q&A that are frequently asked. But if you have any questions, please pop them in the chat and we will answer them ASAP.
So I'm going to try to tweet this link out real quick.
Oh, tweet it.
Or Facebook.
Oh, all right.
A little bit of that.
Sounds good.
Yeah, just because we only got one person in here. Shout out to the one person who figured it out.
Yes, sorry.
But I saw we had 6 before we switched over, so I'm going to try to get out to some people.
Thank you. Sorry. Oh, we got 2 now. Woohoo! 2. All right, let's start answering questions. Can you multitask?
I have a question. Yeah.
All right.
Bib pickup.
Yeah.
Always got to talk about bib pickup. Days, times, location.
Yes. So good question. We are at Roadrunner from 5 to 7 on Thursday night. Which we're pretty excited about, are going to be at Pivotal Brewing on Friday night from 3 to 7. I think it is 3 to 7. And I should know these questions. Pivotal is actually at mile 3. Is it 3 on the course? It used to be 3. It might be later than that now.
I think it's about 3.
Is it 3? Yeah, so it's right on the course. Great beer, very cool atmosphere, very eclectic. And then you will have the opportunity to pick up on race day. If you are going to pick up on race day, we just recommend arriving at least 60 to 90 minutes before the race. We don't limit it. You don't have to reserve it. We always recommend picking up early because it helps eliminate some of your stress on race morning where you have to find parking and get to the race site and all that sort of good stuff. So, and come to Pivotal. It'll be fun. Or Roadrunner. You can pick up some swag while you're at Roadrunner.
Yes.
So both great places.
Yes. Both very good places. Why don't we talk about the attendance this year's race, what the numbers are going to be looking like?
So we are planning for 950 runners. We know that we're going to have some people dropping out in the next week or so for injury, work, conflicts, baptisms, weddings, whatever it might be. But yes, there will probably be 950 people. If, like I mentioned, we will sell out. If and when, we're already offering conditional refunds. So if you cannot make the race, we are offering conditional refunds. You would go into your runsignup.com profile, click manage my registration, and give up your bib. When somebody from the wait list accepts your spot, you will get a refund minus a small processing fee. I think it's $10, something like that. So, yeah, you had to, because we are sold out, you have the opportunity to get a refund on your race, or if you have insurance, or you can defer, or you can transfer your bib to somebody else. We give you lots and lots of options. If you're on the wait list, when someone does give up their spot, it just naturally rolls down. I've already had one person ask me if they can sign up on race day. If that is your choice, what has to happen is you wait until everybody checks in and we see, not necessarily how many people check in, but see how many bibs that we have left, probably right close to the start line. At that time, we'll give you a paper application to sign up real quick. But yes, it will be sold out if it isn't already.
Yes. I would suggest registering before race day.
Yes. Well, I'd say just like today.
Yeah.
Because we'll be sold out today.
Crazy. When the race starts at 6:30, you'd want to.
Yeah. 6:30.
Parking. How's the parking? There's a big issue over parking because of the move from the concerts.
Right. Well, it's not an issue for us. It's kind of nice.
Issue for us.
Yeah, yeah. So as some of you locals may know, Bristol hosts nightly concerts from Flag Day to 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Very popular. They were always held at Independence Park, but they've gotten so popular that they've had to move them from Independence Park to Roger Williams University, which is a great location for it. Mm-hmm. I know there's some controversy over it. It helps us tremendously because now we're not setting up the race around the concert. So we kind of like it. Mm-hmm. You will see the concert because we will run past it when we are in Roger Williams. But it does mean that Bristol's used to hosting a couple thousand people every single night. So there is parking. It's just not very defined. So there's on-street parking. There's parking at Terrace. There's some municipal lots that are on Thames Street, Hope Street. So there's plenty of public parking around. Gutierrez is where we always send people first because there is some parking there. The municipal lots on Thames Street. But just be aware, just watch for parking signs, but there is plenty of on-street parking on all the side streets.
Yes. Yes, indeed. But like I was saying, 6:30 a.m. start time. Do we do an early start for this race?
We do. So if you need longer than 3.1 hours, we will automatically assign you to the early start. That starts at 5:30, so you get an extra hour, which means that you get more support at the end where you need it the most, and you will finish. So it is a 3.5 hour start. The reason being is that Bristol gets very busy this time of year. It's a very popular place to be
Extremely.
for 4th of July, and we need to get everybody off the roads very quickly. So the guys will be following right behind the last runners to pick up right away. But yes, and if you have more information about the early start, just send us an email and we'll give you all that info.
Yes. Okay. What time should the expected arrival be for a 6:30 start like that? Would you say?
So if you have not picked up your bib, I would say at least 90 minutes. If you have picked up your bib, I always want to be there like an hour beforehand so I can find parking, get warmed up, eat my pre-race snacks, do my little pre-race stretching routine. Although Cam stretches a lot before he runs. I joke that his stretching takes longer than the runs. Me, old school runner, no stretching, which is probably why I get injured all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. So I would recommend always like an hour.
Okay, good. Any major changes, would you say, from last year's race to this one?
No, so we're going to keep the course the way that we had it last year, which is, technically run in reverse. The reason being is that, it's a hilly course. We're not going to lie. There's some hills on it.
Definitely.
Yeah. So the hills, I think, are a little bit in the forward part of the race, and it helps get us out of the downtown area, like the neighborhoods, a little bit quicker. And as it starts to heat up, I feel like it's a little more shaded on the latter half of the course. Once you're in like Roger Williams and the bridge area and Monkey Wrench, and even coming back on Ferry Road, that's a little bit more shaded, I think, than the neighborhood center to Pivotal.
Okay, awesome. So you got 6 aid stations out of that have water, noon, goo that we usually have.
Some bananas and some
bananas. The 4th one being the relay exchange.
Yes. So the exchange is at Roger Williams, which is about 7.5, 7.75. So there is plenty of parking because the aid station is right adjacent to the Roger Williams parking lot. So there's plenty of parking for your relay partner. So what we recommend is leg 1 starts the race in Independence Park. Leg 2 drives out to Roger Williams and waits there. There will be signs. Exchange. There is a tie knot that's there, and so you just have to. What we do, give you a race bib, so clips around your waist, so that when you go to make the exchange, you unclip the belt and you hand it to your partner. That way, you're not pinning and unpinning your bib. It makes it very easy to exchange. So when you exchange your bib belt, we also recommend you exchange your car keys, and then leg 1 can drive home to find parking to come to the finish line. Go wherever they need to, and so that kind of helps with the exchange part. So as they leave the parking lot of Roger Williams, it does run past the course, but at that point it's pretty spread out. So just be mindful of runners as you exit the parking lot. But you should have plenty of time to get back to the finish line because now your partner runner is running 5 more miles.
Yes. Do you want to talk a little bit about how the sign-up process goes with the relay?
So how this goes is the first person who registers pays the full amount, and then they invite their second person to join their team, and that person will register for free, and then you just finances offline. What happens is when you go to check in, and only we will hand you 1 medal. This is presumably 1 because they don't have to come back to the finish line. They will not cross the finish line, so they'll already have their medal, your bib, and your baton to exchange from one runner to the next, and your 2 shirts, 1 for each partner.
Okay, awesome. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yep. So we do an open and a female category, and they go 10-year increments. And we will also have awards for first place team for both co-ed, male, and female. And co-ed will incorporate various genders.
Okay. Any post-race festivities?
We will have post-race party back. So your bib will show you get a free beer for anybody of age. So Pivotal is hosting the post-race party afterwards, and they have some great beer. Again, very fun place.
Yes.
I think they're opening at 11 or 11:30 that day. So the free bib is only good for race day, so make sure you head over there afterwards. We will have Monroe Dairy there giving out free samples and athlete food. Beamer will be there doing some post race. They have like a massage chair, and Pappas OPT will be doing post race massages in the post race festival.
Awesome. Also, very fun place, Pivotal. Highly suggest going to attend that
Yeah.
party.
And Orange Theory will actually be there too, doing like free memberships.
Oh, awesome.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The weather.
Yes.
Why don't you talk a little bit about the weather? Keep in mind, we are a week and a half out. Things change day to day here. So let's be precautious with what we're saying. We're definitely not meteorologists, but talk a little bit about the weather.
The good news is we do have a meteorologist running, so we're going to tap into him. But we also are in very close contact with our EMS partners. We do have a weather protocol. As you may or may not have seen, high heat and humidity is expected next week. And I just read the latest. And again, there's a lot that can change between now and then. But what they're saying is the heat and humidity will be like early in the week, breaking Friday, and then coming back later on in the weekend, which is very helpful to the race. So thank you. Hopefully, we've gotten a lot of rain on weekends. We don't love races in the rain because we are out in the rain a lot and we get very, very wet. The wine run in particular, we were we were very wet last weekend at Gaspee wet. But for this race, I kind of like the rain because it helps protect the runners a little bit with just the additional moisture, because it can be a very humid race this time of year.
Yes.
So
hydration.
Hydrate in advance, not just race morning.
Yeah, we're checking over our list, making sure we're going to have the proper amount of water for everyone out on course and at the finish line. And you guys can do your part, please, and hydrate. Hydrate starts the week before the race, as we know.
Yes.
The race day schedule. Talk a little about when Reg opens, race start, last runner, Reg closing, just stuff like that.
Sure. So registration opens at 5 o'clock, I believe, and the early runners will go off at 5:30. So if you're a part of the early starts, report to the timer 15 minutes at the start line, check in with them. And the regular race goes off at 6:30. It is a 3.5-hour time limit. And then we usually wrap up in Independence Park by 11, I think, 10, 11.
Yeah, I think it's a little earlier than 11 too.
Yeah. Because it's well, normally I would say because the concerts are coming in, but this year we can, maybe not so long, but we do try to wrap up because Bristol is, again, very popular, particularly downtown.
All right. Yeah. So we want to talk a little bit about the local community. Is there any local community and how they've been involved in this planning process?
Yes. So this event is part of the 4th of July celebration. Bristol is known to be the oldest continuous 4th of July celebration in America, which is very cool. It's their claim to fame. So that's why you'll see the red, white, and blue lines. We crisscross the parade route through the whole day, which is very fun. You'll go past some amazing historic sites. If you use RaceJoy, I actually have layered in some points of interest that you will pass as we cross certain points on the course. One being the State House was originally Brown University. The courthouse on High Street was one of the original Rhode Island State Houses. You'll see the Carnival, which in your younger days you used to love, still very popular. But yeah, it's a beautiful, like I joke that Bristol kind of throws up red, white, and blue this time of year, but you'll see flags just everywhere. Yeah.
All right. I got one more question. Final question. We're a little less than 2 weeks out. Race director, I believe this is year 10 of doing this race. Give your advice to the people watching.
It's hilly and it's hot and humid. So my best advice is take it slow, enjoy the experience, look around. It's a beautiful place to run. The architecture, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I love running through Roger Williams. I think that shell path is absolutely gorgeous. It can be a little tricky, just so be mindful of your steps, but you get a view of Narragansett Bay and the Mount Hope Bridge that you will only get on foot, which I think is very cool. That comes now, I think it's around mile 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. And then you get this amazing view under the Mount Hope Bridge. So, that's the part that I like about the reverse course too, is you get I feel like the best views on the latter half of the course. The downtown is more the historic, the architecture. The back half of the course is more of the coastal views, the bridge views. going past America's Cup Museum. Mile 11 is amazing. There's always like a big, huge boat that's there.
Always.
Yeah, like a yacht, which is
Mhm.
just crazy. And then you get to finish in downtown Thames Street, which is very cool. Lots of people cheering you along there.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
yeah.
Do you have anything else?
I don't know. Do you have anything else? What do you think?
Ready to roll?
Ready to roll? Yeah. Yep. So if you have any questions or concerns, please pop them in the a chat, DM us, send us an email. Are concerned about, reach out to us. We are always happy to help. We prefer that you reach out to us before Wednesday because Thursday, Friday, and obviously Saturday, we are not in front of our computers very much. We're a little bit slower to respond. We are doing bid pickups and we're loading trucks and marking courses and all that sort of fun stuff. So ideally, reach out before Wednesday. Again, Wednesday at 6 o'clock, next Wednesday, which is the 25th, is the hard deadline for deferrals and transfers. Because the race is sold out, we will, and because we're not in front of our computers, we will not be able to accommodate any requests after Wednesday. So if you think you might not be able to make the race, opt out before Wednesday. So conditional refunds, defer, transfer, give your bib to someone else. All that sort of good stuff is available to you between now and the 25th.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're wishing you guys best of luck in your training as we are about 10 days out from the race. We're super excited to have you guys and we're looking forward to it. Prayers for good weather.
Yes. All right. Good luck in your training.
Thank you.
Thanks.